Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Check out this car behind me on the lift. This is a 2021 Shelby GT500. Working a little late tonight, doing some late hours. We are going to be putting some American Racing 2-inch headers on this beast. As you can see, I've already got one side off. Got the subframe out of it, all kinds of room. These things really aren't that hard to work on. It's just about as easy as any other GT Mustang or GT 350. A few extra things attached to the K member, but overall, it's still a Mustang, same thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna get these bad boys put on, and I believe we're gonna have this on the dyno by. I think on Friday we're going to put it on the dyno and see how much it makes. This thing already has a Whipple supercharger on it. Makes a ton of power already. I'm curious to see what these 2-inch primary headers do for this thing. The stock ones look like they do pretty good. They're like a tri-wide deal. Again, kind of same thing they've been doing. A little bit different design. But yeah, these things are freaking cool. Okay, well, let's get these headers thrown on, and then we'll see how much it makes on the dyno on Friday. All right, check it out. We got the driver's side header in, all tightened up. We've got our lowering motor mount bracket there from BMR. That's for the Whipple because the Whipple's so much taller. You gotta drop that engine down a little bit with those brackets so you can clear the hood a little bit better and make room for that huge Whipple. They fit really good. I'm surprised for a 2-inch primary on these cars. That's a really large header. I mean, it's only 5.2 liters, and to think you're making use of 2-inch primaries, that is huge for exhaust. But these things, they just make so much power, especially when you put that Whipple on there. It's moving so much more air. So yeah, I'm impressed. These headers fit really good. It's a little tight, you can see right there, but you know what? As long as it ain't touching, and guess what? It ain't touching. So we're in good shape. We're gonna move on to the other side, see how well it goes together, and then yeah, and then we'll be done. Throw everything back in, put it all back in the car. We're also gonna be doing a Stainless Works cat back, get rid of all this stock stuff. Even though that all flows really well, Stainless Works is better. So I'm excited to hear what it sounds like. It's gonna be loud, I know it will be. These things make so much noise when you free up the exhaust, but it'll be cool. Okay, let's get the other side done and then go from there. Well, there you have it, folks. Both headers are in. That passenger side was a lot tighter than the driver's side was. Had to pull the starter, and then if you look, those top bolts are a pain. So hard to get to, especially that rear one up there. And I've got my little gimp finger. That's about all it does anymore. So that makes life harder than it used to be. But nevertheless, we got it in. Success. Now we just have to put this, the front subframe in, and that's easy. No big deal there. Have that in about 10 minutes. And then I'm probably gonna call it a night. Maybe come in and do that catback stuff tomorrow night, or maybe tomorrow morning before work starts. I don't know. We'll see how motivated I am. But yeah, I'm excited, man. These freaking 2-inch headers are so nice. They clear everything. They are very close because of how big they are, but very nice product. American Racing really did a good job on these. I do have a little bit of beef with them on this. Just like on the GT350s we dealt with before, the flange on the stupid GT500 and GT350 headers is different than the flange on all the aftermarket stuff. All the aftermarket stuff uses the typical normal GT 5-liter stuff, and these 5.2s, they use a different bolt design. I can kind of show you. Here's a gasket. So here's the GT350 and GT500 stuff. On these bottom bolts, see how they're spread and the top are like that? Well, on the other ones, they're like that. So when I put the GT500 and GT350 cars, when they get the headers, you have to get different gaskets. And the gaskets they send are junk. I always like to use factory Ford gaskets. They seal the best, they last the longest, they don't blow out. Much better gasket than all the aftermarket crap. So that was annoying. I had to run around the shop and try to find some. Luckily we had some in stock, so that was a pain. It slowed me down a little bit, but hey, that's the way it goes. And yeah, so we're gonna get this subframe thrown back in. Got to get that assembly back up there, get everything tightened up, get all the motor mount bolts tight, the sway bar bolts, the ride height sensors here, all that stuff's got to get hooked back up. All this stuff's got to get bolts back in it, the intercooler pump here, and then the belly pan. The belly pan's a pain on these cars, but it's really just a bunch of screws, not a big deal. So okay, I'm gonna get that thrown in real quick. Oh, there she is on the ground, all back together. Like I said, still gotta do the exhaust and the mufflers and all that stuff, so that's not connected yet, but this is that Whipple I was telling you about. She's a bad girl. Can't wait to see this thing go down the track. He's gonna try to make it to the road races this Saturday with this thing. And as long as he gets some traction, which he's got some sweet drag radials back here with the Weld Racing beadlock wheels, I think he's gonna hook pretty good. And when he does, this thing's gonna fly. So yeah, I'm going to bed. I'm super tired, I'm filthy. I gotta get cleaned up, drive home, start all over tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and look forward to seeing me put the video up of this thing on the dyno, and then also at the roll races at UMC. Thanks guys.